to do is just take your feet to what I'd say is a comfortable stance for you. So just spread your weight across the soles of your feet and lengthen up through your legs and squeeze your bottom. So like do like a full squeeze your bum cheeks and then just sort of do a half squeeze. So you know your glutes are engaged. And then come round the front and imagine you are squeezing into a tight pair of jeans or trousers. So just sort of brace here and feel a little bit of contraction going on. And then what you want to do is think about lifting internally. So you sort of little squeeze, brace, little lift, pull through the spine, shoulders back, so that your arms fall. And just imagine that you're pulling your head up to the ceiling and just be aware of your breathing. So I just want to take you through the check-ins. Now, anytime you just need to just move off the spot, by all means do. So to start with, I want you to imagine that you are squeezing off through your back passage. So the easiest way to describe is, if you did need to pass wind, I just want you to squeeze and release, and just to squeeze and release. And the whole idea is I'm placing my hands on my bum cheeks purely to see if I can just let my bottom relax as I'm holding in through the back passage. Now don't worry too much if that's just like, no, nothing is happening there, but you're just literally imagining that you need to hold but without tightly squeezing your bum. And we're just going for repetitions just for you to feel what that's like. So we're just doing a little pull and releasing. One more. Now you may find that you do have an urgency to have to go to the toilet, so by all means, if you need to rush off, you rush off. Now from here, imagine you're squeezing off through the back passage, but then come up through the vagina as well. So you just imagine like that sling and it's like lifting up. So I always say lift up internally. So you lift, squeeze up through the back and you lift up through the front and just release it. So I'm just going single repetitions. I just want you to lift and just sort of release it. And notice if anything is happening here. I'm not asking you to hold it for any time. It doesn't have to be really quick. I just want you to notice what happens or doesn't happen. So you're just lifting, releasing. Obviously, when we talk about like male pelvic floor, we say about testicles to spectacles, but I really like that notion myself because it really gets your head away from the back passage and round the front. Now, I'm naturally lordotic, so I will stick my backside back. I have to tuck under slightly to then be able to really engage and get my front pelvic floor to lift up. So I always say stand in a natural stance. So I'm just letting my bum stick out here. And then lift. And I can't get a full contraction through my front. If I slightly tilt under, so get my spine here, and I'm engaging my core muscles more, and thinking testicles to spectacles, there's something else happening, yeah? So feel free, so we always say, I'm just going to come up to the camera, it's like making a diamond shape with your hands, and you pop it just below your belly button and on your lady garden, yeah? And then you literally think, if you was to go natural stance, move your hands away, is it straight or is it at a slant? So this is my natural stance. You can see mine, where it's just where my backside sticks back, okay? So you just place it on, and what you're looking to do is level it up, because as soon as you level, it's so much easier to lift and engage pelvic floor, okay? So I can definitely feel a difference. So all we're doing in a standing position is just being aware of lifting and pulling. Now, these are not full squats. I want you to bring your feet close, and it's like a little cute bend of the knees. And I just want you to bend your knees and just to come up. Yeah, so you might feel the ankles, knees having a little creak. So you just bend in and up. Now, the closer your legs together, the less strain your pelvic floor's under. Now, take your legs, say hip width, Same range of movement, just going down and up here. And obviously you can give me a thumbs up if you can start to feel pelvic floor is under strain. So you're just becoming aware of some movement down below. And take your legs a little bit wider, so you've still got toes forward. Now, remember when I said about wanting to get some devices? Yep, this movement we're doing right here now, if you had a device in, oh my, that's when you really see if pelvic floor are engaging or not. Now, change your feet positioning, so as soon as your toes go out to the side, that now means that your inner thighs are lengthened, which means pelvic floor muscles are having to work a bit harder. Just check in with how does that, are you more aware of the risk of leaking in this position? Yeah. So what I always say is, choose the foot positioning that works for you and think about your breathing. So I vary it. So I'll go deep breath in and I'll breathe out. I'll stay, deep breath in and I'll breathe out. And then I'll be like, right, let me tune into pelvic floor. Imagine I'm lifted up. So deep breath in. Deep breath in. And I'm like, is anything working? Is anything not working? This is why I want to put devices in. And then you're about to really give me some feedback. Bring the feet together and just go back to those little bends. Now, if you're at home and you just want to do a little bit of pelvic floor awakening, for that simple movement of find a position where you can feel it's working and do a few knee bends. As soon as we take leg out, like here, can you now feel, because we've done a lot of just focus work on pelvic floor, everything started moving. That's at risk of having a little leak, or out and in. And that's going to be one of the exercises we do, is going to be that clam, which is all pelvic floor, but we'll be sideline, okay? And then have a look on the other side. The reason I'm getting you to do this is because pelvic floor is in a kite shape. So you may find that you've got one side is weaker. So you might find if you're doing lunges or something, it's on one side that you may have a leak. All right, from here, take a deep breath. Up, up, up. Exhale. Just going to invite you to fold forward. Now just go as low as you wish. You can soften your knees. Take a deep breath in. And then just roll yourself up through the spine. Sink them shoulders back. Take a deep breath in, come up. Exhale. Fold or roll. Just let your body sink. Soften your knees. And we just roll back up. Oh, I just clicked and cracked. One more. We come up. Exhale. Fold over. Soften your knees. And then we roll. Okay. So that's the pelvic floor awareness.